Nice to meet you.
Nice to
and
meet you.
my brother.
Come on!
Dude, he's in a Black Adam movie. I was grinning. I was grinning for everybody because it's so good. But dude, as long as I've known you, I was just grinning. I was like, my dog, my homie.
Thank you so much, man.
Blowing it up.
Thank you. It's so good to see you.
That's how I felt too.
Hey, yo.
So that's
We were screaming at each other the whole time.
Hell yeah! Anytime when we were watching the movie, like we all came on, it was just screams. Come on, Noah! Let's go!
And let's start there because when did this get real for you? I mean, look, I know you're in it. I know it's a lot of work, and we're going to talk about the training in a minute. But it is the biggest movie. Everybody's been waiting for this, myself included. You're in it. But when did this get real for you? When did you like, oh my gosh, this is like happening for me?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Still waiting for it to hit, right?
I'm still waiting for it to hit, and I feel like maybe it'll hit next week.
Okay.
But
In New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
But it still hasn't really hit, and I don't know what that hit is gonna feel like. Slap across the face.
I mean, we could go down the street.
Train.
We could go down the street. There's billboards on Sunset, Hollywood Boulevard, and it's your freaking movie, dude. When did this get real? Has it gotten real for you yet, Noah?
I mean, it just gets like realer and realer, but while also becoming like less real and less real. I mean, it's such a huge concept having a film of this size and this caliber being released and being a part of that. It started to get progressively realer from the first conversation with Jama to our chemistry read to the first time we put the suits on to the first time we're all on set to then wrapping the film to then seeing the film to then doing the press for the first time to then going to Mexico to then, like the premiere next week. It all becomes more real, but then it all becomes this blur and it's this really massive abstract thing at this point in time.
Yeah.
It's hard to wrap your head around it, but then I think once we see the movie and then the world sees the movie, we'll be like, oh yeah, okay, it happened. But then it's in the past, so then
Right. The moment's gone.
the moment's gone.
You brought up the costumes, and I definitely have to ask. A movie like this, I have to ask the costumes. What are the pluses and the minuses, the likes and the dislikes about the costumes? Okay, here we go. Too hot?
No.
Tell us, brother.
No. Mine wasn't hot. I'm like, never complain. No. I don't know. It's like for me, like I wanted to do so much, and we did so much. So it was like there was never like a disadvantage or anything.
Yeah.
But you just have to figure out like how to really work with the suit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what about
the suits aren't actually combat ready.
No.
But
They look like
but
it.
technically,
They do.
technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
a
was
lot
like,
of
give me the
times-
boot.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, in this genre of movies, be heard actors and actresses say, "Oh, it was too hot. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't go to the restroom because there's a lot to take off." What? He's smiling. Be honest with me. All right, man. Come on. I'm talking to you. What the likes and dislikes of your particular costume? Was it the potty? I don't know.
I gotta be honest, there was never like a dislike thing. The potty thing, like, it was great. You just take the suit off and you go to the bathroom.
Well,
I mean? Like it was not a thing for me. For me, it was totally fine. It was hot though, right?
Yeah.
Because every single millimeter of skin was covered and insulated in my suit, especially once I had the hood on. And if we were outside, like I had to do wind sprints, right, for the character. I'm running up to 100 yards per take. It's 100 degrees outside and humid in Atlanta, and it was like, man, but I got excited about it. I kind of took it as like training.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, I'm doing wind sprints. It reminded me of when I was, doing conditioning while playing soccer when I was a kid.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and then I dislocated my arm, but like, who cares?
When he was playing
3
soccer.
times.
4 times.
4 times.
Twice on set.
Not on. Okay, yeah. Well, listen. He talked about training. That was my last question for you. How did you get ready for this?
For me, I was just looking at the comics and seeing how she moved, and with Jama.
This is like my favorite when you talk about the training and preparation for Cyclone.
I looked at everything. There was like, for a few years I've been like doing this like Chinese martial art called wushu, and that's like very fluid like movement, still like kind of combat movement. So there's aspects of that. Jama insisted that Cyclone, when she moves, it's more like a dance. Like she's young girl listening to her music as she fights. And so for me, I was like trying to find music and pair it with like a physical movement that was just dance like. So I was looking at contemporary dancers, modern dancers, some martial arts. And even like for me too, I was looking at like Sailor Moon, like how the Sailor Moon characters turn into like their superhero version. Yeah, there was like that. Like how does that look? And like trying to find that movement. So it was so much fun.